Stop it right there. Don't do that thing yet. Don't go ahead. Don't sign that document yet. Wait a minute before you say I do. Listen to what I have to say. Watch Don't Marry Yet, okay? On GBENGA with GBENGA OLUKOSI. All right, welcome to today's episode of Don't Marry Yet on GBENGA with GBENGA OLUKOSI, where we give relationship advice and marital counseling, marriage counseling. You've got to watch our videos before you can say I do to that man, to that woman. Before you can step into that wedding hall, you've got to watch our videos. That's what I'm saying, okay? And please go ahead now and subscribe to this channel, GBENGA on YouTube. It is very important you support us right now. Your marriage is very important to us. Your happy marriage is what we are all about. We are not threatening you to marry. We are not against your going ahead to marry. We are not commanding you not to marry. We just want to be part of your happy marriage. And that is why we are begging you to please subscribe to our channel. Welcome to Don't Marry Yet today. And today's topic is promised to be very interesting, okay? I'll be back after this short break. All right, welcome back to GBENGA. Don't Marry Yet on GBENGA. Okay, so today's topic, we call it passing the relationship test. That's what I want to take my time to talk about on today's episode. Passing the relationship test. And I want to start by telling you now that there must be a relationship first before marriage can happen. I hope you know that. You must first of all build relationship before you can marry, before wedding, okay? So there is a relationship, okay? Now, in the relationship that you are having right now, that affair, there are tests to pass. And this is what today's episode is all about. We want to take our time to talk about tests to pass. Now that you are having an affair, now that you are having an affair with that young lady, with that young man, it is not wrong to be in a relationship. No matter your age, just ensure you do it well. You know, because what is worth doing is worth doing well. That relationship is a key part of what is going to happen tomorrow. So your relationship must be well done so that you can have that happy marriage. So these tests, I'm going to be talking about 4 important tests that must be passed before you say I do. Okay? 4 important tests. Number 1 is the understanding test. Okay? Understanding test is the first test that you must pass very well, satisfactorily, before you say I do. Okay? You are having an affair right now, so go ahead and understand your partner. That's what I'm talking about. Do you understand the guy you are dating right now? Are you sure you understand the lady that you are going out with currently? That affair that you are having right now with that young man, with that young lady, can we say that you have understood each other? Because it looks as if you just want to marry. You care less about taking your time to study and understand each other. It is very important for you to study yourselves for proper understanding. Understanding is very key to that strong relationship, to that marriage that you are looking at. You must understand. You have an understanding of the person you are dating, okay? To understand him means that you know everything about him to a large extent. To a certain level, you can say that I know my wife, I know my husband, I know what he can do, I know what she can do. You know his feelings. You have you have been going out with him long enough to say few things about him. When they ask you, who is this person? You should be able to have something to say. That is what understanding does. Understanding his feelings, understanding his emotions, understanding when he's angry, understanding when he's happy. You must understand. You are not coming to live by yourself. You are coming to live with each other. You cannot live with each other successfully without understanding. Even the Bible says, can two walk together except they agree? That agreement there is understanding. Do you understand each other? When two people are in a relationship, they must know themselves. They must know each other. And knowing each other means knowing each other's likes and dislikes, do's and don'ts, strengths and weaknesses. You must know these things. You must know these things. You must know how your husband to be, how he behaves when he has not eaten. You must understand what will happen if you deny him of sex at any particular point in time. You must understand her, your wife to be, if you are not there when she needs you. You must understand how she can feel, what her reaction will be. All of these things put together are very important to know. These are information that you must gather to satisfactorily say that you know the other person. When he is hungry of either food or sex, do you understand that if he has not had sex in a day, there's going to be trouble? His mood will change. Do you joke with that mood? Do you just walk away from that mood and you say, don't mind him, he'll be fine? Is sex food? Do you understand him to that level? Do you understand your wife to be? If you have not taken her out, if you have not hung out with her in a month, do you understand what her reaction will be? You must understand things around him and things around her. You must have an understanding of all of this. It's very important. You know, if you understand him and understand her, it will help both of you to make informed decisions. That's what I'm saying. You are going to be deciding on different things in that marriage, in that affair, and understanding plays a very major role in getting things done on time. You will not go and do something now and the man will say, why? Did I send you a message? Understanding. You will not go ahead and say something behind your husband and the man will be angry. Who asked you to go and talk to that person? Because you don't know who he is. That's why you just go ahead and misbehave. If you understand each other, you know his likes and dislikes, it will help you to know what must be done. What should be done at a point in time. You will know. You will not struggle. You will not be fighting over little matters. Because you know in the first place that she will take this, she will not take this. He will like this, he will not like that. Understanding plays a very major role. It will help you a lot in this marriage that you are stepping into. If you have not passed that test, please don't go ahead and marry. You must pass the test of understanding. You must be able to say, of a truth, I know him. Of a truth, I know her. Now you can get married. It's very important. Understanding test. You cannot giraffe. You cannot copy somebody's notes. You must read and pass this test by yourself, okay? By yourself. Because it is you that they will hold responsible. It is you that they will call. Do you know him? Why do you go ahead and marry him if you don't know him? So it's very important that you understand each other. I hope you get it now. Don't marry yet. It's the program. And don't marry yet until you understand him. I'll be back after this timeout. Again, the program is Don't Marry Yet with GBENGA OLUKOSI on Gobi TV. And today we are looking at the test of relationship. 4 tests that you must pass before you say I do. We have talked about the first test, which is the test of understanding. And the second test is the test of communication. Are you watching right now from any part of the world? You have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. The second test is the test of communication. Communication, talking to each other. How do you talk? How do you communicate? How do you express yourself? That's what we are talking about in this test. And you must pass it. If you don't pass it, your marriage will have issues. And it doesn't mean that marriage doesn't have issues, but you will be able to resolve the issues faster and better if you have passed the communication test. So what do I mean by communication? I'm talking about the way you talk to each other, talk at each other, express to each other, how you express your feelings, how you communicate your mind, your reasoning. Everything in marriage must be talked about. You must discuss things. You must discuss matters. You must express yourself. Whatever that is going on in your head should not remain in your head forever. Whatever you keep in your mind should not be kept there. Open your mouth and voice it out. Say it. Say how they do you. Express yourself. Look at him in the eyes and talk to him. Call him occasionally from time to time and say, guy, let's talk. I have this thing going on in my mind, and I want us to discuss. I want us to talk about it. I want us to have a conversation around this matter. And if you have talked about it before and you are not satisfied with the response, talk about it again. Pick up issues every time and talk about it. Be talkers. You know, to your husband, you must be a talker. To your wife, you must be a talker. Both of you must be talking at every point in time. Whether you see yourself face to face or you are far apart, communicate, talk, discuss over the phone, online, offline, whether it is day, night, talk about all things. Nothing should be kept secret. Nothing should be kept secret. It is very, very important because communication is the key to that relationship, that strong relationship, that healthy relationship. Communication plays a very major role. If your marriage will stand the test of time, if your marriage will conquer challenges, you must take communication seriously. It is very important in your marriage. It will help you to build lasting marriage, lasting relationship. You have the opportunity to practice open and honest communication in the affair that you're having right now. This affair that you have now is a work affair. It's a working relationship. You are not in the relationship right now just to have fun, just to be eating burgers, just to be hanging out alone. You are working on your communication. You are working on understanding each other. It's very important. So start working. Be open to each other. Be honest to each other. Be sincere. Communicate about things. Have robust communication over everything. Discuss it very well. What you are going to take, what you are not going to take. What you are going to be angry at, what will not get you angry. Talk about it now that you are having an affair. Very, very important. It will help you to go through this long relationship because marriage is too long to do with someone you are not really being around. You don't like being around him, you don't like being around her, and you are not communicating. You are not working on passing your communication test. It's a no for that wedding. Don't try it. Because when you get into that marriage, you cannot be keeping to yourself. You cannot be on your own. The only partner that you have to yourself for the rest of your life is that man, is that woman. You better learn how to talk to him. You better learn how to talk to her, how to discuss. Work on your communication. It's very, very important. I hope you get it now. Don't marry yet until you pass the communication test in this relationship. All right, that's number 2 test, and I'll be back again after this short break. In this short break, if you have not subscribed to GoTV, do so now. Hit the subscription button. All right, welcome back to Don't Marry Yet with GBENGA OLUKOSI on GoBTV. We are having awesome time talking about passing the relationship test. Okay? So we have talked about the first test, understanding, the second test, communication, and the third test I want to talk about is the test of trust. T-O-T, test of trust in relationship. I hope you know that trust is essential. Trust is very important. Trust plays a very major role in the affair that you're having right now. Without trust, forget it. If there is no trust between you two right now in that affair, just close the chapter. Forget marriage. Don't go ahead and marry if you don't trust yourself. Whether you are around each other or you are not around each other, if there is no trust, don't do the wedding. Forget the marriage. Work on trust first. If you can pass the test of trust, if you can pass the test of trust well enough, then you can go ahead and get married. It's very, very important. It will help you to form strong relationship. Your relationship will be so strong that no external influence, no external factor can fight. You will always win because trust is there. You will not be working on hearsays up and down. You will not be working on they told me about you, about her. No, you know him. You have trusted him. You have built trust in him, in her, over the years, over the time that you are dating, you are seeing each other, and you can confidently vouch for him. Very important. Do you trust him? Can you leave your kids with him? Can you leave your husband at home and go on an official assignment, and you come back to meet him without another girlfriend? Can you trust him? Can you trust her with your phone? Can he look at your phone? Can she check out your phone? Trust, very important. Oh God. Many relationships, many marriages are out there now suffering because there is no trust. Because there is no understanding. Because they cannot communicate. And they are not likely to get out of it. They are signed to continue like that forever. They are not planning a comeback. They are not working on healing from that lack of trust, lack of communication, or lack of understanding. But the trust, very, very important. You must work on it right now. You know, it will help you to become secure. It will help you to become confident of each other. You will be secure around yourself. You will trust that he has my back. You will trust that he can defend you anywhere. You will send him message and he will deliver. He can collect things on your behalf. He can represent you in places. He can speak your mind even when you are not there. Anywhere they are fighting you, he stands up to defend you. Anywhere they level an allegation against you, anytime they accuse you of a wrongdoing, he stands up to say, no, she cannot do it. No, he cannot do it. He trusts that you cannot do it. He knows what you are capable of. That is trust. That's what trust can do. It gives you security. It makes you safe anywhere, anytime, any day. Are you trusting your partner? Can you trust him? Is your level of trust, is it shaking right now? Please don't go ahead and get married until you've sought this matter of trust out. Sort it out first. Make sure you trust him. Make sure you can trust him before you get married. Okay? Very, very important. And that is the third test that you must pass in the current relationship that you're having right now. All right? So let's go ahead and talk the last one for today, the fourth test that you must pass before you go for that wedding. And it is the compatibility test. Okay? That's the last test I'm going to talk about today. Compatibility test. In marriage, very, very important. Because both of you are going to be in that marriage for a lifetime. No retreat, no surrender, no coming back, no going back. It's continuous, it's forever. So you must be compatible. You must ensure you are in that relationship with somebody that you are compatible with. Have you passed the compatibility test? It's a long-term commitment. You are going to say, I do for the rest of your life. You are not going back. So you better make sure that this person that you are going to live the rest of your life with is somebody that you are compatible with. What does it mean? You are good together. You flow together. It's your paddy. It's your personal person. It's your man any day, anytime. It's your babe any day, anytime. Anywhere, you are always getting along together. It doesn't mean that you will not fight, but even in the fight, we see love, we see trust, we see communication, we see understanding. How you fight and resolve matters, how you come out of crisis, it's amazing to people around you. External factors want to try to come in between you, even when there is a fight, but no, they cannot penetrate you because you are compatible. You know how to block external factors away. You know each other's keys. You know your weak points. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. You have access to each other's heart. You can sit on each other's laps, in each other's hearts. You are resident in each other. That's what compatibility means. It's not a stranger, she's not a stranger. You are getting along easily. Compatibility, very, very important. You have to ensure that you are compatible with your partner before you say, I do. You will know that in the current affair that you are into right now. In this relationship. All right? You can assess each other. It will help you to make informed decisions. It will help you a lot because you are compatible. It's your person. She is your person. All right? Is he your, can I ask you again now? Is this man you are dating now, is he your man? Is she your babe? Is he your woman any day, any time? Are you happy being around him? Can you knock each other's head and still hug? All right? Very, very important. You've got to know that he's your man. You've got to know that she is your woman any day, anytime before you say, I do. And these are 4 important tests that I have for you on this episode today. Make sure you study for these tests and pass them satisfactorily before you say I do. So don't marry yet until we see the results of your test. Okay? Don't put wedding in your head. It's not wedding first. It's not wedding first. It's not marriage. It's the relationship first. So this relationship will determine whether you are good to go or not. All right? Thank you so very much for being part of today's episode. I want to stop right here to come again later in my next video. I beg you, go back and subscribe. Share this video. Subscribe to this channel. Enable the notification bell so that you can always receive our videos anytime we upload them. Thank you so very much, and I will see you again. Bye for now.